Today's Bucs Super Rugby quarterfinal between Cardiff Met and Cardiff University. I'm Atticus Peed. I'm joined here tonight by my co-host Joe Penrose. Now, Joe, first of all, this is the third part in the trilogy. This is the Cardiff Clash number 3. Now, if there's anything we've learned from Hollywood, we all like our trilogies.
Of course.
What's a favorite trilogy of yours?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. What's the best movie in Lord of the Rings?
The final one, I think, Return of the King.
Exactly. That's exactly it. The best one is always the last because it wraps everything together with the Hollywood ending. That's what we're looking for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Cardiff Met are playing Cardiff University for the third time this evening, looking for their third win out of those 3 games, Joe. What are you looking forward to most tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a huge game. Welsh derbies are always a massive spectacle. Cardiff Met are coming here with 3 consecutive wins. They're going to be feeling pretty good, pretty confident here. They're also on home turf. Cardiff Uni coming from a loss 2 weeks ago, but they're going to be looking to turn it around tonight. So yeah, we're not going to count them out at all. Yeah, it's going to be a brilliant one. Also, the crowd is absolutely huge and is filling up already. We've got half an hour to go. So yeah, I just can't wait for the atmosphere tonight. It's going to be electric.
1,800 tickets sold, and you can see why. You'll see the fans piling in through the minutes here. Cardiff University do not have long to travel. It's literally like a 10-second or 10-minute bus drive up here. It's really close. Now, Joe, with all this energy and atmosphere tonight, the weird part about this game is the last 2 fixtures were at the Cardiff Arms Park, not here on Cardiff Met or Cardiff University's home stadiums. Does that change the game tonight for you?
Yeah, so I think Cardiff Arms Park is a very neutral ground for both those teams. So I think that there was no kind of home advantage for any of the teams when they were playing there. Yeah. Obviously, Cardiff Met still came out on top, but I think tonight, it being here in front of the Ultras on Kinko campus is only going to benefit Cardiff Met. But yeah, it's a Welsh derby, so anything can happen.
We're excited for this one. Both teams were separated by 24 points through the regular season, but in the games they played, just 3 points separated the teams throughout both of those fixtures. Again, Cardiff Met won both. They'll be looking for that third here tonight. Now, who awaits the winner of this fixture this evening, Joe?
So Exeter and Hartbury played earlier today at 2 p.m. and Exeter got the win just at the end. They're 19-16 at full time. So whoever wins this game tonight is going to go to play Exeter at Sandy Park for the semi-final.
Now, welcome back here to our studio pitch side. I'm joined now by Reese Barrett, Cardiff Met student and Wales Under-20 international as well. Reese, we're happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no worries. Just excited for the game now.
Now, speaking of the game first, what are you most excited about today?
Just the fans. They're going to be massive. It's going to be a big test for Cardiff to come down. Such a big crowd down here tonight, so it should be a good game.
Now, speaking of the fans, obviously, Cardiff Met's renowned for winning here at home. You guys only lost once here at home all season, won every other game here, drew one, but really strong home advantage here at home. Is that due to the Ultras alone, or is there something else that you guys love about playing at home?
No, they're massive for us. They are. I think it's a really big, everyone just buys in, and it's really enjoyable to play in front of all these fans.
Now, coming into the game tonight, is there someone in particular you're looking to win this game for Cardiff Met, or what have you guys been working on this week to get ready?
No, I think this game will come as a collective. I think through the pack, dominant scrum hopefully, and then just build around our line out. That's going to be crucial for us.
Can we ask for a prediction of a final score tonight? What do you think?
Hopefully we'll go Cardiff Met 26 and then Uni 17.
I like that, Reese. Now, speaking of things, past games for you as well, I know you recently got back from South Africa training with the Cardiff Blues, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Just come back on Monday for that, and that was really good out there.
You still jet lagged? I mean, that's pretty recent.
No, I'm just getting over it now. A couple of training sessions in, so I'm good. Back.
Fair enough. What was the experience like for you? How does that differ from here at Cardiff Met, that experience with the Cardiff Blues?
Yeah, it was pretty mental. I think just a big difference is the intensity up there.
Really?
And it's non-stop, really. It's pretty ruthless, but all in all, it was good stuff.
Now, what's your favorite part about South Africa? You can be honest. What did you like most about the trip?
I don't know, just being around the boys was good, and the food out there was really good. Good
really?
Steaks, yeah.
The steaks?
Yeah.
What was your favorite steak you had?
I don't know, probably not a favourite, but the fillet out there was good, so I enjoyed that.
Awesome. Now, Reese, other things you do as well, you recently scored, rivalry games specifically, you scored a big try against England for the Wales Under-20 side a few weeks ago. Wales Under-20, is that different from the Cardiff Blues and Cardiff Met? What's that experience like for you compared to the other two?
Yeah, that was good, a bit new, being all different boys coming together, but we all bought in, same as you really, and just had one goal in the end, and we were unlucky in 2 games, but it was good to get the experience there.
Do you feel like you're getting plenty of experience among all these 3 teams? Is that making you just a better player overall quickly? Is this really furthering your development rapidly by doing all this?
Yeah, definitely. All the little things I'm picking up now are just going to benefit me as a player and as a person.
Now, coming back to the game here tonight, there's lots of players here, lots of fans. This is going to be a really big game. I think it's fair to say this is the biggest game for both teams in quite a while, the past few years. There's the tension. Can you guys feel the tension in the locker room coming into this game?
Yeah, there was nervous energy, quiet in the changing rooms, but I'm sure the boys will get up for it now and going through the warm-up, it'll be good.
Now, I know it's been quiet in the locker room like you mentioned, but you think everybody's ready to go?
Yeah, I think everyone's switched on, just knowing their own roles now, which will be crucial, but I think the boys are really ready for it.
Fair enough. Well, Reese, thank you for your time. Great to have you here. Good luck tonight, and we'll hopefully to see you soon on the field.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you. Welcome back to our pitch side studio. Joe, the fans are filling in here nicely. It's getting crazy. You can see it already.
Yeah, it's already getting packed up, and you can already hear kind of the buzz of the ultras as they're lining up ready to clap the boys in what, 10, 20 minutes?
Nearly 2,000 fans here tonight. You can feel it, Joe. This is, well, we joked about this before the game too. This is the biggest game, I think, today in Wales. Dare we say all the UK as well?
Yeah, I would say the biggest game in the UK. We don't have any like big football games or rugby games going on. This is a Bucs Super Rugby quarter-final. It's a Welsh derby. I mean, we've got 2,000 people here. Hopefully we've got thousands of people watching online as well. I think it's the biggest game in the UK right now.
I like that. Everyone at home, you'd agree with us. Now, I would tell everyone to go sit back, relax, and enjoy the show tonight, but you can feel the tension here in the air everywhere with everyone we talk to and everyone along the pitch. This is not a game to just sit back and relax during. Everyone needs to buckle up and get ready. This is a really tense-filled game. Everybody's ready to go for this one.
Yeah, they really are. As you can hear them behind us, not sure if you can hear us as well. But yeah, they're starting to bang the drums, and yeah, it's really starting to hot up. And the Cardiff Uni fans are also here, so yeah, it's going to be a tense one for sure.
Well, Cardiff Met, they have not reached these semifinals in quite a while. The last time they reached the finals was 2017-18 season. They reached the finals, were runners-up that season and lost, and they have not made the semifinals since then. Cardiff University only made the playoffs once, and they lost in the one playoff appearance that they had. Welcome back here in our studio. I'm now joined. Ellis, great to see you here. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a great atmosphere, isn't it?
No kidding.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing night.
Easy to park and get in with all the fans out here?
It wasn't so easy, no, but I'm glad I'm in now, ready for kickoff. So, yeah, I'm excited for this one.
What are you most excited for tonight? Obviously, we know about the energy here and what's going to happen, but what are you most excited for?
I'm excited to see the boys thrive under this occasion. There's not many times some of these boys have played in such a big crowd like this. So, obviously, the clashes, two of them, but I think hopefully you see them thrive tonight and put one on the rivals.
Good. Now, everybody knows this is a big rivalry game. You guys are really looking for a win tonight. There's no way about it, right? You guys have to win here.
Well, it's a knockout, so yeah, it's a must-win. They've had two occasions where we've come on top this season, so hopefully it won't be as tight this time, but yeah, hopefully we'll come out on top again and get through to the semis.
Now, let's talk about you for a second, Ellis. You just got back playing in South Africa, correct?
Yeah, correct.
What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, really. It was an experience for sure. Yeah, so we played two decent sides, and I was involved in the second match against the Stormers, and they're a really good outfit, and something we can aspire to be from a Cardiff point of view, and they were really strong. But from a personal point of view, it was really good to get out there and play amongst some of the world-class players that were amongst the team.
Awesome. Now, this is your second season with Cardiff Rugby, correct?
Yeah, correct.
How's it been for you so far? How do you think it's going for you personally?
Yeah, it's been really good. Coming out of uni, going into a professional environment like that, it's all I ever wanted to do, and to get the opportunity, it's really been it's been great to be a part of. And hopefully, moving forward, I can just get more chances and take those chances. And when they do, I'll be looking forward to it.
Now, I asked Reese Barrett this earlier. I have to ask you the same. What was your favorite part of South Africa? Is there a favorite food you had, or something you enjoyed most down there?
I went up Table Mountain, and I think that was that was really good. Great views up there, so if anyone gets a chance to go up, definitely go up.
Awesome. Now, you've played in this Cardiff clash before, of course.
Yeah.
What advice would you give the team heading into this big game tonight?
I think sometimes Cardiff Met the occasion can get to us sometimes, and I think just don't let the occasion get to you. Focus on the game. I think if we play our game really well and we do our things right, then I think we'll come out on top. And yeah, let's just play our game really.
What do you think's your fondest memory of playing here at Cardiff Met Rugby?
Only got 2 years because my third year was COVID, so it's
Yeah.
a while away. But no, I think I think playing against Hartbury here was a great result for us. Being involved in that and getting a win was that was one I've always looked fondly with.
Awesome. Well, Ellis, thank you for joining us here.
No
pre-game.
problem.
Good luck. Enjoy the rest of the game tonight. All right.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome back. We're just minutes away from kickoff here, but first, Joe, heading into this game, we're minutes away. Who are the players to watch for you for Cardiff Met today to get this win?
Yeah, well, Bradley Roderick Evans is going to be so important. His boot is going to be key. It has been in the two previous Cardiff clashes. It's been 3 points or 1 point difference between, so that kicking accuracy is going to be so important. Also, the attacking options coming from people like Will Rigg and Roma Zeng are going to be, just so important tonight. So yeah, I think if those players are on the top of their game, then we should be doing pretty well.
It'll be a close game tonight, we know that. Now, heading into the game today, there are other quarterfinals going on at the moment. Do you have updates on those scores, Joe?
Yeah, so we've already got Exeter and Hartbury. That's already happened. So that was 9-16 Exeter win. And we've also got at 6:30 Durham kicking off against Leeds Beckett. So that's also kicking off the same time as us. And then half an hour later, Loughborough and Swansea are also playing each other. So yeah, I will give you updates as these matches progress.
We're just about a minute away from getting you over to our commentary team for the kickoff. Joe, when you walk around here, you can feel the tension in the air, right?
Yeah, it's getting so exciting. You can see it really filling up now. Everyone's coming in, everyone's armed with banners as well. We can see banners all over the pitch. We've got some saying, Will Rigg's on fire. We've got Danny Milton, we love you, Danny Milton. That's the manager, the head coach of Cardiff Met. We've got so many, I can't really see them from here, but yeah, the Cardiff Met Ultras have come out in full force tonight.
Now, what are you most looking forward to tonight? Can we ask you for a score prediction, Joe? You followed this team all season. I think you might be in one of the best positions to give an estimate tonight. What do you think is going to happen?
I think it's going to be a close one again, even though this is King Coyd campus, even though this is Cardiff Met's home ground. I think it's a Welsh derby, so Welsh derby's like the Cardiff Met Swansea one where we actually lost that one. That was again such a close game. So I think it's going to be close. I go like 30-28, something like that, to Cardiff Met. But yeah, it's going to be a close one. It's just so excited just for it to get started, and the atmosphere is going to go absolutely mad as soon as the Cardiff Met boys come down that line, where the Ultras are waiting to clap them in.
Well, thank you for joining us here for our pregame show live on Cardiff Met Sport TV. Is this the day where Cardiff Met runs through this precursor to a finals run, or will this be the day that Cardiff University finally defeats Cardiff Met? Who will become the kings of Cardiff here tonight? We'll send you over to our commentary team in just a minute. It's just about game time here on Cardiff Met Sport TV. Welcome back here at the Pitchside Studio, here at the halftime break. Cardiff University on top, 26-17 over Cardiff Met. I'm now joined by Tom Pearson, former Cardiff Met rugby player and current London Irish player, England international as well. Sorry, Tom. Great to have you here with us tonight.
Thank you. Not quite a full-blown international yet, I'm afraid, but no. Great to be back at Cardiff Met with a sellout crowd. So yeah, awesome to be back.
Awesome. Now, what have you first half analysis from us? What have you seen out there? What do you like so far?
I think we've looked physical at times, ball in hand. I think if we can retain the ball a little bit more, we can really start to put some faces together and put their defence under pressure. We've looked a little bit weak on the kick counter. In transition, I think they've got some good backfield players. I've seen 15 and 10 stand out in the backfield, making some good yards. So I think if we can shut those down, I think we can really start to play our own rugby and get on top second half.
Now, it's a rivalry game, of course. That makes this game worth so much more, especially it being in the quarterfinals. Home field advantage, that made a difference here for Cardiff Met so far, you think?
I think so. I mean, obviously in terms of location, it's not too far, but all this pitch kind of, all it provides and all it has, I mean, it's a great place to play, and I think with the amount of people here as well, it's going to make a massive difference, and hopefully enough to bring it back in the second half.
Hopefully Cardiff Met can do it. Let's transition over to you for a minute. I know you recently graduated last summer from Cardiff Met, correct?
Correct, yeah.
So how has the pro life been for you out in London? How have these past, it's been about 7-8 months now for you. How has that life been compared to Cardiff Met?
It's been pretty busy actually. Obviously I hadn't played that much at the rugby in my last year at Cardiff Met due to the pandemic and that kind of thing, but
yeah.
Kind of once I'd settled, I think all been okay since then, but yeah, it took a little bit of transition really from the times in COVID, no real training, and just small gym groups, that kind of thing, to playing kind of over at London Irish. But
sure.
No, it's one I've really enjoyed, and look forward to carrying it on.
Now, one other thing we mentioned a little bit is you recently were called up to the England Six Nations training squad. That experience, does that differ from your pro club very much? What is that like for you?
I think it's quite similar in a lot of ways, but obviously that new environment, it's going to always take a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah.
New coaches, that kind of thing. Coaches like to put you under a lot of pressure, especially as a young player, so
sure.
That can be proved difficult at times, but I think the pace of the game as well can be a little bit quicker, but a lot of similarities, but also some differences kind of in those areas.
Sure. Now you mentioned you're a pretty young player going into obviously the Irish and the England squad as well. Do you feel that your youth is something that, do you feel like they trust you in these teams even though you're a youthful player? Does that really play into what you see on the field from your coaches?
I feel like as a young player, it's kind of, you've got to earn the trust a little bit rather than
really?
being trusted as a young player. I think you're probably more likely to trust maybe an older, more senior player with more games, but if you can earn that trust as a young player, I think that's really important, and prove to your coaches that you can play at that level, then you can go well from there.
Now we'll transition back to the game here. Obviously Cardiff Met down by 9, 40 minutes left to go. If you're in the halftime locker room, what are you expecting to hear from Cardiff Met's coaches tonight?
Well, I think Ian Gardner will probably be throwing some boots around and things, and if I'm honest, but I think if they can just be a little bit more physical in the key areas, and like I mentioned earlier, possibly a little better in those transition phases, I think there's no reason why they can't win this game. Great to score at the end as well. I think that's really important, bringing that momentum into the second half and just finishing the half on our terms. Yeah. So I think if they can definitely score next, I think that will be vital into getting themselves back into this game.
Now you partially answered this earlier, but this is the last question for you, Tom. You think Cardiff Met can do it?
Absolutely. I think absolutely. Of course they can. We're at Rugby 1. It's probably the last game for a lot of them on this pitch. So I'm backing us to win.
Awesome. Tom, thank you for your time. Great to have you here. Good luck in the future, all right?
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
We'll send you back to the commentary studio. Rob and Griff will take us here into the second half. All right, I'm here with Cardiff head coach Alan Flowers. Coach, tough game today, 1 point loss. What's your reaction to that?
Do you know, if I'm honest, just immensely proud of our players, immensely proud. Fantastic game of rugby, great spectacle, and I think anyone watching I don't think you could argue for University Rugby, what an advert.
Absolutely.
But I feel for our players, it's 1 point again. 3 games, difference of 4 points in 3 games, but we're getting there. We've had our targets and our goals, and we're slowly getting better and better. But fantastic game, and deserved winners. So no arguments.
Now the better and better part that you mentioned for your club, obviously going into next year, this is your guys' best season to date, and obviously almost your best result so far here tonight. What does this mean for you guys next season? Where to next for Cardiff Rugby? Yeah,
well, hopefully we can stay on the same trajectory, but again, depends on our intake. And then we'd like to build on where we are now. So sit down, refocus, have a week off. We've got varsity coming up then, so we'll plan for that. And then we'll see where we are for next year and see if we can build on what we've got. Losing a couple of key players, like everybody, but it's how we replace those players. But the ethos was in the club, and the culture is a good culture. So if we've got that in place, which it is, we'll build on that.
Fair enough. Final thoughts on the game tonight, Coach. Where do you think you guys lost the game and could have been better?
I think second half, the first 10 minutes, Cardiff came out very strong, started to come around the ruck a bit better. We should have tightened up, and I think the yellow card hurt us. Going down to 14 against a quality side is difficult, and then 1 or 2 decisions maybe to kick instead of keep hold of the ball hurt us eventually, but it was tight margins. It was always going to come down to a tight game, so it was unlucky.
Awesome. Well, Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck in varsity in the next couple of weeks.
Thank you very much, and good luck for the semi-final for Cardiff Met as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. How you
Marcus, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. We're almost live. Just a sec. Okay. I'm here with Cardiff University captain Marcus Ramage post-game. Marcus, thank you for coming. Tough effort today. 1 point loss. What's your reaction to that?
I'm just really proud of everybody. Everybody that's been in the squad all year. It's not just 23 players anymore. There's injuries and people step up and things like that. So, I'm proud of everyone that's been involved with the club this year. Losing by 1 point is probably the worst outcome, especially when it's happened once or twice. So, just got to rebuild now to varsity. But cracking game, really.
Now, your coach mentioned the same thing. 4 points combined in all 3 games against Cardiff Met. Obviously, the 1 point here today, the most brutal of those. But where to next for Cardiff Rugby? It's not like you guys are far off where you want to be, no?
No, not at all. It's obviously Bucs Super Rugby is a massive step up, and it's only our 3rd year in the programme. So we've obviously come a very long way. This year, finishing 6th, which was our best finish ever. So we're really proud of that, and it's just how we kick on from there.
Now, as the captain for the team, where do you guys think you lost the game today, but where were you pleased with the game today as well?
We started immense. Obviously coming away, especially to a big home crowd, you've got to take that crowd away from them. So 2-3 early tries in that first half, and it was pretty much quiet outside.
Fair enough.
Ill discipline probably, and it's just compounding those errors. At this level, for any team, it's not one pen isn't 30 metres. People just put it straight in your 22, and then you're defending the driving maul. And Met and everyone in this league, it's really strong.
Yeah. Well, Marcus, thank you for your time. Good luck coming up to varsity in the next couple of weeks. All right.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice one.
Brilliant.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. What a game. I'm still recovering from it, to be honest. I'm still shaking from the cold, but also shaking from the nerves. But what a game.
Well, I mean, the fog rolling in is indicative, I think, of what happened in the game tonight for Cardiff Met. First half, they were just outclassed, let's be honest. They didn't seem like they were woken up for the game. And then with 30 seconds left to go in that first half, scored that try. Such a big deal. And then the fog came in the second half, and really that's when Cardiff Met came alive. Just lots of energy. Every time Cardiff University scored, Cardiff Met would huddle up behind this post right here, and the only thing they would ever say was just more energy needed. That's it. Wasn't any tactical thing they needed, it was just more energy. I think that's what we saw in the second half. Brought out more energy, won the game because of it.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it was a brilliant way to round off the trilogy as well.
Return of the King, indeed!
Return of the King, the Kings of Cardiff, are officially Cardiff Met. Oh, brilliant. We had 8 teams this morning. Now we're down to 4 teams in the semi-finals. Exeter, Cardiff Met, Durham and Loughborough. But only 2 can go to 6 ways.